Hi, this is Kyle with Global Diving and Salvage. We're on site at a sunken vessel called the Angel Rae. This vessel sank this morning at 3:30, and we've been hired by the Washington Department of Ecology to respond to the pollution that's being released from the vessel. And as you can see, we put an oil containment boom around the sunken vessel to contain the diesel that was releasing through the vents. We put a diver in the water this morning, and the diver put DC plugs into the vents to prevent the oil from continuing to leak out. And now we're opening up the fuel tanks underwater, and we're using a pump to defuel the vessel. Later this afternoon, we'll be bringing in a floating crane with which we'll raise the vessel and get it floating again on its own. The oil containment boom is the orange barrier, and it floats in the water and it prevents the oil from escaping from the scene. So we've deployed a containment boom around the entire vessel, and we've also put another containment boom downstream, and that's collecting any diesel that's gotten away earlier in the day prior to the deployment of the first boom. Okay, you can see in the background here, we've deployed a material called absorbent pads, and those absorbent pads are oilophilic, which means that it soaks up the oil and not the water. So we're using these sorbents to contain and collect the oil which has already been spilled as a result of the boat sinking.
Okay, they're going to pull on the after rope with the skiff.
Okay.
He's clear and everything?
Yeah, he's on the bow. All right, they're going to go ahead and tug on that stern line with the skiff. I just want to make sure you're all clear and on the bow.
Yeah, I'm on the bow.
I'm Randy Barron of Global Diving and Salvage. We're underway with a salvage operation of the ex-fishing vessel, the Angel Rae, here at Harbor Island Marina, Sea Dock. Divers rigging up some heavy lift nylon lifting straps underneath the hull. We're going to place one on the stern and one on the bow, and then hook into them with the derrick barge here to lift the vessel to the water line. We get our pumps on it, pump out the water on the inside of the hull, and find out why it sank, and fix that and get her floating again.
And we brought in a derrick barge from General Construction, and we're going to use it to raise the sunken vessel. It's a 65-foot woodhull boat sunk at a dock in West Seattle, or in Harbor Island in Seattle. And we've had a diver run straps underneath the boat. And the diver's in the water right now in the process of hooking those straps up to a four-way sling that goes to the crane's hook. And then the crane is going to lift the vessel up to the water line. We're going to throw some dewatering pumps on board and pump all the water out and see if it'll float again. And after that's done, we're going to tow the vessel upriver to another terminal where we're going to pick the boat up out of the water and set it down on the ground.
We've got pumps in all the sections, trying to make sure that we float this in the rigging with the crane above us so we don't have anything to worry about, but lessening the pressure on the hull.
We're just lifting up out of the water here, dewatering it so that light enough to make it float again on its own. We'll find out where the water came in from to sink it, and if it's the shaft or the rudder, or a hole somewhere, we'll patch that and determine if the owner's going to take custody of it again, or what